You have an advantage now, it may not be there tomorrow, and you may end up losing. Let me give you a story of a company that we know. Dates back to 1868. It was then named Nokia, and this company started doing rubber business. In 1967, they realized that people are starting to watch TV, so they moved into the TV world. They are very innovative. They are taking advantage of the time, and they had, let's say, first movers advantage. Then we moved to 1982. They start telephony network, and these were just phones with wires. You have to walk to the streets, or if you are well enough, you can buy one at home. And so they moved with time, and you can see this is a very innovative company, moving from rubber, going to TV, and now into telephone. But they realized that telephones are very sturdy, so they started what we call a car phone. I don't know if you've ever heard of a car phone, where a phone is inside a car. So basically it's a mobile phone of the time, and this is still 1982, and they come up with the first car phone. And then in 1987, this now introduced their first phone. They called it Cityman, and it went for $3,400. That's almost $400K for the rich. At least that was their first phone. Moving from car now to the phone, and we're talking about the very big phones at that time, and it was called Cityman Mobira. And then in 1992, most of you, I know you were born that year, they launched the first GMS phone, and this we are talking about the mobile phones. And then that phone comes, it was very unique. It comes with a very unique ringtone. Let me play it for you. I know you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Nokia. So in 1998, they are leading in telephone in the world, and you're seeing how this company is taking advantage of its time. They are innovating, they are moving fast, they are changing, they are adapting. And then when it comes to 2000s, they sign a deal where they with EMI, where users are now able to choose their own favorite ringtones. And they are moving with times, they're innovating. The phones are becoming smaller, they're improving their batteries, they have introduced very nice flexible keyboards. And when it comes to 2002, they launched their first video capture phones in 2002. I want to see how this company ends up, because they seem to take so much advantage of the changing technology and changing time. But this time they introduced the Nokia 3650, a 3G phone, and in 2005 they sell their first billionth phone, and by that time the subscribers of their phone had reached 2 billion. And now the rain starts beating them in 2008 and 2009, where the company is faced with competition and what I call storms in my book, The Perfect Storms, where there's an introduction of competition that is learning and doing things better, and these are Android phones that have started coming, at smartphones and the iPhones, and Nokia refuses to adapt with the time. Instead they just decide to remain, and that time Apple and Samsung have come in, and they have learned from the Nokia success over time and put their own twist on the devices to move ahead of them much faster. And so with Nokia using the Symbian operating system, iPhone comes with a much more flexible and user-friendly iOS, and then Samsung has come in with the Android system, and Nokia has this battle, and they make one wrong move. They sign an agreement with Microsoft at that time, hire Microsoft CEO, and they refused to do Android phones completely. In fact, they were really against the smartphone takeover. And later on, they start doing job cuts. In 2011, they report losses, and by that time they cut down. Over 4,000 people lost their jobs, and the rest is history. And about that time now, Samsung is leading ahead of the competition. And what is my lesson? Uh, my lesson is sometimes you can lose without doing anything wrong. The Nokia CEO had given a speech at that time when Nokia was going down, and everyone, including himself, teared down. And this is what he said: "We didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost. We didn't do anything wrong, but somehow we lost." And I know most of the people out there are doing their best, but they don't really do anything wrong. What they fail is they miss out on learning. They miss out on changing, so they lose opportunities. And if you lose an opportunity, it is hard for you to make it big. Not only do you miss out on opportunity to earn money, to go for a job that you've been looking for, to create that company that you have always wanted, to change, to try something new, you lose your chance of survival. And this is a world of survival of the fittest. Not a world of competition that much, but a world that doesn't forgive laxity, where you just sit down and just wait. So is there anything wrong if you don't want to learn new things? Yes, there is. It means that you cannot be able to catch up with time. And so it's easy for you to be eliminated from the present advantage that you have, because the advantage you had yesterday will be replaced by the trends of tomorrow. We are living in a world where there are so many trends, the world of TikTok and so many other things. Please figure out how you need to make an advantage of now.